Okay, very excited. I want to do an unboxing for this new compressor that I bought because there actually wasn't that many reviews or videos on this particular California Air Tools compressor. This is the 10020C ultra quiet compressor. It's a 10-gallon steel tank. This one is not aluminum, but for my needs, and I've always used steel in the past, excuse me, and it's always worked. I've never let it rust out. I always open up the air valve to let any moisture out. I got it from Lowe's. It was on sale. I think they just drop ship it from California Air Tools. It took a while. It actually took a lot longer than I thought it would. The box isn't pristine, clearly. What I want to note is that I was surprised that the box, you can't see it and you really can't hear it, but I'll move it back a little bit to get a better view. It's a little wobbly, like I can feel the compressor moving around a little bit on the inside, which I'm kind of surprised that it is. Overall, the box is kind of okay, but let's open up together. I did notice that the bottom of the box was already like falling apart. Ugh. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see. Let me push it back a little bit so you can see it. And hopefully you can see that the box is a little, let me bring the camera in a little bit. I think you can see it. Yeah, you can see right there on the bottom, the staples came out. So what I'll do is, I'll just open it from the bottom. Maybe I'll just pull it over, open like a sleeve. There, you can see the foam on the bottom. A little beat up, but let's see if I can get this to work just right on my own. Not really sure. Okay, I think I got it. Let's just open this, pull it over. Oh, there go the wheels. Some other parts. Don't fall over. Okay. Okay, easier than I thought. Let me see if I can bring the camera. It's stable. Stable. Let me bring it in a little bit for you. I think you all can see that. It has foam on top, foam on the bottom. So I guess it's that crushable foam, but it so far seems to be in good shape. Still covered in plastic, looks nice and new. I'm not seeing any issues right now. Let me go get some kind of covering on the floor. Hold on, I think I have something in the car. Okay, got myself a blanket. Just shift it over this way a little bit. Looks like there are feet here, so I can lay it down on this side. Put this down. Don't see anything that's gonna disrupt it. And slowly bring it down. You know, I'm going to use these foam pieces to lift this up a little bit so I can, the wheels go. Let's see, I got feet. So I guess I put the feet on first. And then I'll put the wheels on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the foam and put it underneath the canister to level it up a little bit. To make it easier to install anything I need. Okay, pretty straightforward. Okay, here are the wheels. You can hear the hardware in there. Hopefully it's all still in there. And over here, it looks like the bump stops. Let's open that up. Instructions. Looks like filters. Another filter. This appears to be the 2 feet. Yep. These are the feet. They go on one end. Looks like some kind of breathing tube over here. That's all for that bag. And you can see it's just got nut, bolt, and washer. like that. So I'm gonna put this on. Looks pretty straightforward. I'm not gonna open the manual for this. I'll just hand tighten it for now. Same thing on the other side. I actually don't even know where I'm gonna put this in my garage just yet. But I know I needed a better compressor because I had a Harbor Freight 1 gallon, just, you know, inflated air tires and things like that, or air up some tires, air up some tires, and that was not going to run the Tornado, so I can help properly clean out the. Oh, there's a little bit of air in there, so let's open that up. Clean out the interiors of cars. Let me just grab some wrenches. So yeah, I had a Harbor Freight Fortress, and that thing is super quiet. Like you can't even tell it's running sometimes. But it wasn't capable to do what I want to do now with these new air tools I have when I detail cars. And I went searching kind of for a while, you know, on YouTube and just online to see what else is out there. And I was just going to get another Fortress, you know, a vertical or whatever compressor to run this air tool. And the ratings I needed, I would need a pretty big, I really got this tight. You need a pretty big, from a gallon capacity, Fortress, Harbor Freight Fortress, to get the performance I needed. And I mean, they weren't cheap, they weren't expensive, I mean, considering all the different compressors that are out there. But I kept searching. Yeah, the Harbor Freight Fortress, it was just a lot bigger than I needed. It started becoming fairly costly, so I just kept searching. And California Air Tools seems to have a good reputation. The price point was great. I got on Lowe's on sale. And from a performance perspective, it fit everything I needed it to do. So I kind of made a very simple decision to buy this one versus a Harbor Freight. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't check any warranties or anything like that between Fortress and California Air Tools, but from my understanding, California Air Tools warranty is longer. So I guess it kind of made a bit of an easy decision to buy this besides a really big vertical tank from Fortress. But I'm going to keep my 1 gallon I don't even know why I'm going to keep it, but there's really no point in getting rid of it. Does that make sense? It's a 1 gallon, it's super quiet. And you never know. I could take it somewhere if I need a friend that needs to borrow it or something like that. All right, let's do the wheels. Wheel, just generic plastic wheel with a rubber tread. Nothing fancy. What we got here? Nothing left in the package. You can see we got the pin and the nut and a washer. We got 2 washers there. Now I'm going to presume that it goes as such, but I guess I'll open the directions, make sure this is the way they want it. But this kind of makes sense. Let's put the washer here. Washer here. I know you can't see it, but I think you guys get the idea. It's not that difficult. But you know, before I do this all the way, let me just make sure I put it on the way they want me to put it on. I'll go through the directions really quick. Yep, I got it right. Okay. So I'll just take my adjustable and tighten it down. So yeah, I mean, I did a lot of research on compressors for my needs, and I didn't want to spend a ton of money on a compressor, but I still wanted to run these air tools to detail cars. So thus far, oh, I didn't realize there was a Phillips there. Let me get a Phillips just to hold it down. Maybe I can tighten it this way. Let's see. Or just, do you even need to hold this? There it goes. That's fine. Doesn't need it that much. I guess it doesn't need that much pressure. So let's do the other one. Or it doesn't need to be tightened that much. Oh no, this wheel's cracked. See that? I mean, I guess I could put it on the inside. Can you see that crack right there? I mean, it's the end of the world. No, I mean, I could just put it on the inside. I don't really plan on rolling this around that much. I don't know. Maybe if it bothers me, I'll take a screenshot of this. You know, let me just get my camera and just send Air California a picture of it. All right, I took the picture. I'll send it over to California Air Tools or Lowe's, but I'll stick it on the inside. No one's gonna see it. And I don't think it's gonna affect performance. Oh, all right, this goes here, this goes here. I'll feed it through. Add the washer. Let's get this tied down. Okay, wheels are on. The stands are on. Let me just clean this up a little bit. I think it's interesting that the wheels are on the front of the unit, not the back. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. Okay, here's the official unveiling of this California Tools 10020C. Looks nice. But the color goes well with my garage floor, for sure. Nice label. This is just a big sticker as well. It's kind of interesting that the valve is so close. So look at the release valve, it's way down there. Like you have to get really under there if you really want to get there to turn it on and off. I mean, it is like an inch off the floor at best, like one finger. I can show you this way. About one finger, barely. So leave it. I don't know if they expect you to leave it in the closed position all the time, but I probably wouldn't do that. I guess I'll have to just reach under there. So coming forward from the front, I mean, I guess it's reachable. It's definitely not easy. Well, let's take a look around, a little closer around the unit. There's the front, tank gauge, regulator. Use switch to start and stop compressor. I guess off and auto. I'm assuming, I'm not sure what switch they're talking about. It's got like a little arrow towards it. I don't know where this arrow is pointing to a switch back here. But I'm assuming they mean this switch. Here is, oh, it's a little loose. That's interesting. Is it supposed to be that loose? Maybe? Maybe it's just a little bit so, a little relief in case you do move the cord around. Air hose, or I guess that's a stainless braided hose. Made in China. Oilless. And there's the back. I guess that's the manifold. All right, I guess that's it. Let's just go through the directions about their quick start guide. So you see the quick start guide, unbox it, air tubes, and I guess I just hand tighten only onto the back. That's pretty straightforward, right? Drain valve, plug it in, turn it on. Turn on here or turn on here. Let's see, pressure regulator. Pull the knob first and then turn clockwise to raise and lower. Turn off. Always turn off unit before unplugging. Oh, they do see, look, they do want you to drain the tank to get rid of the moisture. Okay, I'm sure there's reasons on the bottom, it's definitely not convenient. All right. So let's plug this in. I closed the air valve. Did I close it? See, this is really awkward. Ow. Yep, it's in the closed position. And let's move it to an outlet. Before I move it to the outlet, let's put on those filters, right? I guess they go just hand tighten. All right, so they just come in the bag, unsealed. And that's the only obvious place I can see that's where it goes. Let's push that in. You know, I'll push that in later. Let's hand tighten this first. I really want it down, not up. I guess, is that it? Just to the side? That's all you can do? Let's put the other one and see what happens. Just gonna do it random. All right, see, this one ended up down, which is what I kind of want. Down-ish, but I don't want to spend all day doing this either. Put the tube in. All right, let's go plug it in. You know, easy to roll. I'm thinking it might actually just live here. I don't know. What do y'all think? I mean, it's easy for me to leave it here, but it's gonna be tight with all my stuff here. I kind of always liked it this way, but we'll move it for now. We'll move that seat, or I can always move my bucket somewhere else. Oh yeah, I got one of these tools to get rid of pet hair. I think I bought, well, I don't think, I know I bought a knockoff of this thing. Just a very quick aside. And this thing does not work. I should just throw that thing away. Valve is closed. Safety valve, pressure regulator. I guess I just turn it on. Here it goes. There it goes. Definitely got quieter all of a sudden. I think you guys can hear me pretty easily. Filling up. I'm like right here. I'm pretty confident you guys can hear me. It's not vibrating too much. All right, it's regulated at, take it down to 90. So what are we at? Tank's at 100 and what? Maybe 10, a little over 10. Regulated at 90. All right, let's try the air tools, or any tool for that matter. You know, what do y'all think? Does it look good in that spot? You know, I know someone's probably gonna say, oh, it's really close to the water pressure washer. I'm sorry, the pressure washer. I have a corner I can put it in if you all think it's a really big safety concern. But it is on a dedicated GFC outlet. So I'm not sure if that really matters. Let's just pull out this. Okay, well, I don't need two, but let's just do the one. Oop, there we go. That was easy. Probably should have uncoiled it first, but let's see. Wondering when the tank will kick in again. Tank's at about 100 pounds. Yep, 90. Okay. It's kicked in back into 90. Wow, that blow-up valve is pretty loud, out of all things. All right, so that's the California Air Tools Ultra Quiet Air Compressor 120C, 10-gallon steel tank. I got it over at Lowe's on sale, so it happened to be like some kind of spring sale, so you probably get this anytime. Not anytime, but I'm sure periodically it goes on sale at Lowe's. That's loud. Yeah, so, I mean, it looks good. It fits where I kind of want to live for the moment. It should run my Tornado air tool to detail cars. So I'll do another video on that one when I actually pull out the tool and try it out. However, yeah, it looks good. I guess I would have to just turn it off, air it out, and then open up the bottom of the tank. Again, it's just really awkward on the bottom. That's the only negative I have on this. I wish it was just on the back or even just on the front to make it easier to get to. It's just, I'm sure there's a reason it's on the very, very bottom, out of sight. Maybe it's out of sight, out of mind for style. But everything feels good. Everything looks good. It's really warm right here in the heat sinks. Definitely warm. But yeah. All right, thanks for watching. Again, this is the California Tools Air Compressor 120C, 10-gallon. So be sure to click on, I'll put a link down in the bottom or somewhere up here about the Tornado air gun I'll be using, and be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff on YouTube about this air compressor. There's just not a lot out there about it. So, all right, thanks for watching.